Welcome. It's Facts You Don't Know. If it's your first time here and you want to find out new facts that will definitely make you smarter and more, and first make sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss anything.
This story was known in 2008. However, it happened in the late 90s. "I'm pregnant," Sophia said to Jacqueline. "But you're only 19 years old. I'm barely 20. We can't have a child. You must prevent it from coming into the world." Sophia, for fear, searched and looked for the way to get rid of what she considered would be a problem, which was beginning to develop in her womb. However, the lack of financial resources prevented her from performing the operation. The two decided to wait for the boy to be born, then dispose of him by throwing him in the trash. After several months, the young woman gave birth to her baby, and her panther, Jacqueline, told him to throw him in the garbage. An old man saw him putting the little one in the trash and leaving. There, he found a newborn boy wrapped in a blanket and hardly breathing. The grandfather took the boy out of the trash, removed the cover he was wrapped in, and then took him with him to his house. The grandfather, called Martinez, was very poor, as he had depended on his very weak salary to survive, but decided to take care of the little. Because the grandfather of the child was working on a farm worker when its owner discovered that the man had become accompanying a small child most of the time, he expelled him, and immediately the man decided to go to the city to search for shelter for him and the child and a new job. The two of them went around the streets looking for food, but the child began asking the grandfather the food because he was hungry. They entered a luxurious restaurant when they were fired immediately, but the waiter in the restaurant followed them and asked them to wait. After a short time, he brought them their meal and ate it and told them that they were looking for a place to sleep and work, and he asked them to wait for him until his shift ended. The grandfather was concerned about another matter. The small boy suffered a lot with his eyes and needed to be treated in the capital as well. Grandfather managed to rent a small apartment in the city where he moved, and he went day to the market to sell some goods there and back home to look after the little boy who can be treated finally and start his study in school. After years, John grew up and became a young man, studying at the university and working as a chef at a restaurant, which allowed him to help the grandfather Martinez, who stopped going to the market. The young man is paying the rent and medicine for the old man. John became a successful architect. The young man earned a lot of money and has been able to buy a new house. He moved to live in it, and Martinez, who thought he was his grandfather, but the old man once told him the whole story, which shocked John. The young man is more concerned with the man who saved his life, and he was accompanied with him on work trips, but the old man's health has been badly abused and died after sudden health problems. John felt deeply saddened by the death of a man who sacrificed everything to make him a successful man, and a year later decided to marry and over time had children, which had made him so happy. A woman came and asked to meet him and said she was his mother, and that the man whose biological father was very sick. The woman was repentant for what she did in her youth and abandoned him, but the young man did not care for what she said. He gave her money, and that she only needed he will pay all costs for her partner operation, and if she visits him again, he will call the police.
Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks. We'll be right back to you as fast as we can.